Fine goods for a fair price. Won't cop.
I once caught a glimpse of Redmaw, a Thunderjaw with
Look at these wares. Would you like to buy something today?
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see. Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching the sword. That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up.
Oh, that's nice. Glad I stopped for a bit. Redmaw has crushed all who hunted it. That's proof enough. Don't
That
forget
must
to
be the
stock up
spire.
while you're on the road.
It's huge. Drops of blood
I prefer the
leading
one
the
about
way.
the sun priest falling in love with a merchant's daughter.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Get the return and all, but only by the fire.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
Come take a look. I'll give you a good price. You'll like what I
Meridian
have for sale,
survives
I
thanks to a
promise.
long line of nobility. Don't you?
More blood. I'm still on the trail.
It won't do it all.
Take a look at these wares.
Won't
Still
find
more
better
blood.
wares.
The thief got cut pretty bad,
I'll support a Karja merchant over
trail
an
ends here.
Uncle any day.
but someone must have seen the thief.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Is it just me, or do people walk slower here?
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
I have nothing to trade.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
Life in the Queen was never easy. Living here ain't.
Take a look. Come take a look. I'll give you a good price.
That is a white-hot flame today.
Won't cost you a
I've seen this 4 times already.
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
But Sun King Arbok is
No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by.
For scrap up north. The old one sure left a lot behind.
In the hustle and bustle, you can forget what's really important.
Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah, almost crashed into me too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself. Check out these wares.
Endless
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. All right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
We've got enough to be worried about.
Family out of business if I'm not careful.
Hot as a forest fire.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
I've got all the best goods here.
Don't pass up these goods.
Won't cost you a shard just to look.
Metalbot here, good prices, fair prices.
That's for a fair... What I'm looking for. Don't pass up these goods.
We teach the Carja nothing else. Tio Tomaiso will teach them how to hold their liquor.
Need? Leave the rest. Stock up before you're on the road. Of course, charging for a good
And one of these. Brew that up later.
Nothing like taking a breath on a long day.
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs who've had their turn at the trough for generations.
Ravon didn't seem like a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Where's the sword now?
Safe. I haven't sold it yet.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We used the shard. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food. If you found that, you'd be helping a lot of people.
I'll consider it. But only if you return the sword to Ravon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade. Nassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire on the fork near the branded shore. Start looking there. But be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Karja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
Machines or bandits try to get past me, they'll have a fight. Mark my words.
Any word about my partner? Haven't been stealing. I promise.
These aren't goods.
Metalbot here. Good prices, fair prices. Fairest prices for machine parts under the mesa. No tithes to the Sun Court. Not like those greedy snarls upside.
She's not interested in taxes.
I know what she's not interested in. As I was saying, no better offer for Snapmaw lenses. I'd give my oath on it.
By the sun, don't start spitting in your palm. Huntress, I apologize on behalf of my partner. Silent partner.
Silent partner?
If the sun would only grant my prayers. Never mind Snapmaw lenses, Huntress. There's no market for those. A long leg lens, though, you'd be well rewarded for.
Check out these wares. Buy what you need, leave the rest.
So which
No market for a snap-maw lens that's good, strong stuff? You can hammer it into anything.
Where do you think we are? Some trading post with sawdust on the floor? This is Meridian. We have culture.
I know culture. Just the other day I was watching the hunting trials.
Oh, great sun, lend me the strength of midday.
The sun's baked your head if you think we'll shift long-leg lenses at a time like this.
Hello?
I've told you as many times as the spire is tall, craft and artisanship is who we are.
Craft doesn't win a war or keep the machines from your farms. What you need is good, old-fashioned, plain...
Oh, yes. Old-fashioned, plain hammered work. If ever something glittered, you'd throw it back.
If Carja had built that elevator, they would have stopped at a good-looking shaft.
All those years of delving, and you never found a...
Enough!
Well?
They're a blunt people, the Nora.
Why do you two even work together if you can't agree on anything?
It's a symbolic gesture.
No tithes to the Sun Court, like I said in the beginning, Renine.
Just tell me which part you want.
A long-leg lens.
A snap-maw lens.
Fine. I can see that you're busy.
Wait. You drove her off. Snap-maw lens. What do you say?
I drove her off? That's rich. Listen, Huntress, long-leg lens.
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your metal.
Only the finest goods here.
Scroungers?
See for yourself.
What kind of brutes are you trying to attract?
We were agreed. I do the calling, you do the counting.
I wouldn't say agreed.
I don't complain about your counting other than it takes too long.
I wouldn't have to check it twice if you'd stop droning in my ear.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on. Would you like to find better wares?
I brought you both the parts. So, what do you say?
I don't suppose I could buy just the one.
You'd buy the wrong one. So give the hunter her shards for both.
Of course. Here you are. If this is the price I have to pay.
The price you have to pay? The snap-maw lens might just cover the loss we take on...
You'd pay handsomely for a long-leg lens if you had an imagination.
I have an imagination. When you rattle that piece of junk around, I think of your skull.
I told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
And I told you, a true metal seller knows to get his hands
You'll
dirty.
like what I have for sale, I promise.
As you wipe machine oil on my silks.
Who wears a silk apron to the metal markets?
Don't you forget to
I do.
I'll tell you what I like. The sound of a hammer on steel.
They just keep going.
I told you from the beginning
Those
this wouldn't be a...
Shadow Carja scum are gonna pay
They
for what
just
they did
keep
to Ursa.
going.
I told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
I promise.
And I told you, a true metal seller knows to get his hands
Wasn't sure
dirty.
about the Sundom at first,
As
but
you
it's
wipe
growing on
machine
me.
oil on my
Stopping when you're in the
silks.
thick of it.
They just keep going.
I told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
And I told you, a true metal seller knows to get his hands dirty.
A lively week.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
We've lost a dozen patrols beyond the valley. Our orders are clear. No more. The freeholds were warned.
You're talking about orders. I'm talking about lives.
That's what the orders are for, to save lives. Good day, citizen.